Folks, Species7 here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Farm Sim 15. Hope everyone's doing well. Got a little map review for you today, and I do actually mean a little map review. This is the Aragon Minimap version 1.5. As we see here, Aragon, well, it just says map, but the title was actually Aragon Minimap version 1.5. So, nice little map. Not bad at all. Has the most basic things, standard crops, standard critters, nothing above and beyond that, which, I mean, these days, no big deal. If you want something more, there's a mod for it. So, let's have a quick look around. You start the game with 30 sheeps, 20 cows, 20 chickens, so you got to get your butt busy right away, of course, because they're all going to want something to eat. And the water mod is not included, so you do have just simply feeding, except for the chickens, of course, which without a water mod you would have simply collecting. One thing to get out front right away with this map, I looked at half a dozen different sites that had the map, and not a one of them. Okay, you fake, you haven't just gone static on me, good. Not a one of them mentioned what mods were needed. In fact, kind of gave me the impression that you didn't require any outside mods. However, if we go to our happy handy dandy info screen, we can see that we in fact do require the mist calc. So the Gill mist calc mod, GMK mod, will be required, I believe, so that we can have the calc. There's also potato washed and compost. So there are at least 3 mods that you do need that there wasn't a listing of. I don't have them loaded because I didn't actually realize it. So, but here we go. As I say, standard crops. Although there is, and we'll see it in a moment, a rather large grape plantation. It did say in the map description on all of the sites that there were only the standard crops. And as you can see here, right down to wood chip and silage and nothing else. Well, wet potatoes, but there you go. For selling points, potatoes and sugar beets to one place, wood chips to the biomass. There is also a place to sell logs right by the biomass, conveniently enough. And then you've got your co-op here, which takes all your grains, the garden center, and we all know what that's for. It's to buy saplings. So fairly simple, not 20,000 places to get to. This is a really nice single player map, but I don't know that I would go old school gear, just small gear, because the buildings, the structures, most things around look reasonably modern. Here's our little first poke at the map. And yeah, it wouldn't have killed just to embiggen it a little, but as you can see, pretty nice. I find it really funny though, the only field you own is this one down here in the corner. It's also the only field that's not square or rectangular on the entire map, so you'd actually have to get out and work. So there you go, cool and good on you, guy. Reasonable equipment is included. Of course the pickup's mine, I bring it with me, but the rest of it is there, and it is enough to get you started. As you can see, you start with a crop of barley, and there's a little bit of wheat there, but I'm not sure if that might be, see there's a bit here and a bit here. These are these little tiny gardens. This looks a little bigger, but it ain't huge, so we'll have to have a look when we go by there. Again, sheep, chickens, cows, you own, oh, they start you with 2,200, just over 2,200 liters of mixed ration. Oh, that's nice of them. Wow. And then, yeah, 20 chickens and 30 sheeps. Don't know why 30 sheeps, but they do. Normal stuff here. No missions, no gold coins, or any of that. So here we go. The main farm. Sheep. Or as, of course, they're known here on the channel, woolly crunches. And, you really need to rake up your yard. It's not fair that there's all this dead straw all over the top of your nice grass. Is it? Huh? I ask you. No, I was just asking. Thank you. Alright, so nice little structure. All of these, all of the structures will be quite familiar. You've seen them on other maps. I didn't see too much, at least on the farm, in the way of original agriculture. Nothing about milk being picked up, so I would assume it is an auto sale at midnight type of situation. Again, you can certainly throw the stop milk sale down if you prefer to sell your own milk, and throw the other end of it wherever you choose, or even throw down the Milk Max mod. I really like that one. Then you get to sell them funky barrels of milk. But anyway, onward and upward, that's another day and a different issue. This is this map. Here we have our tippy canoe and all your crops too. So, well, interesting that you would put all the labels, as I assume it all goes right here. And if we followed the big pipe, it all comes out over here. Ooh, that's actually a pipe and not a solid plug like most of them. Perfect, perfect. Alright, so there you go. And again, as I say, the structures are reasonably familiar. So, here's our actual live cows. You don't look like 20, but okay. And here's field 2, the field that apparently is not of a constant color. I mean, it's only a little off square. Who knows, a hired worker might even not make a total mess of it. I'm just curious as to why it shows a couple of different crops, because that's definitely barley. Hey, barley's all spiky. So, still seeing barley. It's still barley. Where was it looking a little different? Well, that doesn't really help. But up towards the top, yeah, I don't know. Must be just a bit of color splash on the map. Yeah, this is definitely all barley. Unless there's like some wheat hidden behind these bushes. Is there wheat in it? Whoa, that's a lot of bushes, man. Okay, 180 degrees. Don't freak out, don't freak out, don't freak out. Oh, phew. Alrighty, we'll not do that again in a hurry. So there we go, that's the field you own. Certainly enough to get you started. And again, if you drag some smaller equipment out there, that old school stuff wouldn't really look right here, would it? But you could certainly use some smaller gear. There's lots of really nice little small mods out there. Right, ladies? Indeed. Okay, so get that part of the farm we've seen. That's our cowisms. A nice little wagon. Here's our sheep. Some of which are inside, some of which have figured out, hey, all we gotta do is walk through the building, and look, we've escaped. Bad sheep. Our chickens, oh, got a couple of pits, as it were, for silage. They're making a noise. The silage pit makes a hissing noise. Now it's on the other side. Okay, it's this wall that makes a hissing noise. Alright, little vehicular storage over here. And, oh, didn't notice that first time. Storage for sugar boots. Is there a similar storage for tatters? Storage for potatoes. Yeah, I don't know that a parked gear right on top of my pile of potatoes, but there you go. To each their own. So yeah, here's your chickens. And here's clear indicator that there is in fact no water mod, as there is no troughs for the chickens. Oh, we got some of them really weird long-eared chickens trapped in their pen. And what do we got here? Just something for you guys to hang around. Okie dokie. I'll keep my nose out of your business. Okay, there's no way in there. There's no... I actually have the animation map trigger mod loaded. Just because it's one of those ones, like the Geld sheet, so that I can have money to buy a pickup. That I just load onto every map if it's not already there. So if there were doors that opened, we would know. So a little bit of more storage. We've got our solidopoop there, and the not so solidopoop was on the other side. So yeah, there's your main functional farm. Certainly has everything one needs. See, there's your not so solid. Yeah. Let's hop in our perfect purple pickup. And peace off. Alrighty. It's I didn't turn traffic off, so if we don't see any cars, guess what? It's because there isn't any. Well, first place out of the farm. is here, and it's decorative by the appearance. It doesn't show up on any of the maps, doesn't appear to have a function, but kind of fits in well and gives us some detail. Let's have a look at our field pricing. Field 8 is sort of medium in comparison to everything else that we have around, and it will give us a per hectare average. 1 1/3, eh, for 60k. So dirt is not cheap in this part of the world. No siree babaloo. You know, that's a good 50k a hectare. So there we go. Always nice to know. And nice to know too that it is a map where you don't own all the fields right off. So, of course, if you throw a bank of Hagenstadt in there, you can buy and sell fields willy-nilly. And look, you get 12 stalks of free corn if you buy this little tiny field. What a bargain. There's lots of small fields like this. So yeah, if you wanted to maybe drag the apple mod in here, this would be a nice one for that. Well, grab one of these little fields. They don't have to be flat. You just have to put a couple of sail stands up and start planting trees. Up the road, this is real stuff. Including, oddly enough, where a good chunk of our gear is parked, our harvester and other such things. And this is, oh, well, let's go to our information card and have a look. I believe this is probably our cooperative. So, yeah, it is. It's the cooperative and the garden center, okay? And the cooperative, of course, bought pretty much everything. And the garden center, well, we know what garden centers do, right? But yeah, we've also got, oddly enough, our vehicles here. A goodly amount of them, too. Fueling station, I believe that's compost. Pretty sure this is ours as well. Yes, it is. So a little Ursus. Seed and fertilizer. Excellent. Ooh, comes with a sprayer on the front. And no, it's not a sprayer. It's just a tank. Okay. Comes with a sprayer tank on the front. And seeder on the back. Cooperative Agro. Alright. So yeah, one of the big sell points. Here's our grain tip, and of course we can fuel up and landies and all of that happy stuff. And I would imagine since they have it here, they haven't bothered with... Alright, there's our egg cell. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no reason usually at the farm center you can find seeds and fertilizer, but they've included it over on the other side of the road. So there you go. Of course, we got our help phone and our bank here as well. Mahoobin right along. Mr. Purple Peacup. Zippity-doo. So yeah, that is our gear sitting there. It's just... and if you reset stuff, it doesn't go back to the farm. So just so you know. Like when I bought the pickup truck, yeah, it just simply remains, well, right where you bought it. Here, and again, you'll require the mods that go with this, is your composting and your washing of the taters. You gotta mess with them. Alright. And yeah, we'll need diesel, seeds, and water to make this thing work, and we will get, we'll get compost and washed potatoes out of it, which is kind of neat. And then of course the composter is, well, it's a composter, and I don't believe that, no, there wasn't anyone that actually bought compost, so it's strictly for use on your fields. I know some maps also include that you can sell any excess or whatever you choose not to use. So, there we go next, he says. We go, I guess, to check out... over here, which should be bale unload area. Okay, we've got a tip point for bales. And then here's our sugar beets, and ooh, we have a whole trailer of them ready to go. Isn't that kind? Sugar beets and potatoes. So yeah, that's, what do they call this place? Is the Almacan. Alright. Not, I think, an English orb. Is there a way I can sneak out of here? Because I'd really, really, really want to go in that kind of direction. Whoops, look out for the weird bush. Nope. Looks like it's the road or nothing. My way or no highway. There we go. Bet you there's a way out here. Nope. There's just no fooling some maps. So, oh. These look like choppable trees. Let's find out. Okay. Back. Oh yeah. As I said, there is a sale point for logs and wood chips. It's kind of where we're on our way to. Oh, you're just kidding me, right? That's just so frustrating. There you are, yeah, happy tree now. Mess with me, I'm from BC, we know how to knock a tree over, pal. Okay. Usually it's by slamming our car into it, but that's another story. What have we not seen? Well, we've not seen... This. Here we have a place to sell logs and a place to dump wood chips. So there's our basically biomass plant there. And on the hin side, here's our log sale. So tip, money. And then yeah, all the way around the building. That's nice. No foolishness with a big trailer full of logs. And back out. Nicely done. And if we continue on, we find the BGA. Oh, I know what I'd do with that field. Piggies. So yeah, this is a really nice little map. I'm quite impressed. The first time I went through it, it took it a while to cache. So keep that in mind, guys. If you find a map that's really laggy, just drive around it for a little bit. You know, get yourself some cheap sort of mode of transportation, one of these perfect purple pickups, and, you know, zippity-doo about the map, and next thing you know, man, she's steady 60 framing everywhere you go. Or higher. I have mine limited at 60, but there you go. So, not a twitch, not a hitch. There's your BGA, everything you need. No working scale, but the truck weighs 2180. But yeah, other than that, it has... I'm sorry, I kind of zipped through there. Didn't really show you guys anything. What a twat. Good heavens, boy. Quit wasting people's time. Get in there. There we are. There's our liquid slurry. Here we have 2 silage pits. We have a nice low digester, so you don't have to worry about bringing something other than the very trailer that's full of your silage, and you can whip it right in there. It's almost close enough you could yeah, not quite. I was thinking you could hook up a couple of Maru's conveyor belts there and just auto dump your silage straight into the digester. That's a story for another day. Alright, and that, guys, well, other than this little bit of an oddity, and we might as well have a look. I went the wrong way, but we're not going to worry about it. We'll just do this. Is a massive, well, not, I guess, compared to real life, but for this map, this is, of course, a grape harbor. Or a vineyard. I'm sorry, it would be more correct way to put that. It is a vineyard, but it is, as far as I know, not functional. Although, as you can see, the author even labeled it on the mini-map and on the main map, which is actually just the mini-map. But, yeah, like this building's not functional. You can't do anything here. But, kind of neat. Maybe something that's planned for version 2 or 2.2 or 2.213 or, you know, down the road. So, but that's it. All in all, oh, we got a nice little forestry area over there. We'll walk over there as we finish the episode, I guess. All in all, a pretty decent little map. Even the usual flattish sort of treed border, you can see the map author went to the trouble to go, well, let's at least stick a couple of random other trees and rocks, and we'll give the back hill a little bit of shape, although that's the weirdest looking tree growth I've ever seen. I'm sorry, trees don't grow with the angle of the slope. They grow straight up no matter what angle they're planted on. But that's nothing to do with that. It's, you know, the effort was put in to not make it look, even though it's a tiny, tiny map, not make it look like you're sitting in a box like you do in so many of these small maps. So, yeah, I would recommend this, guys. It seems to run really well. It's not a huge file, and there are indeed places that you can, that's kind of nice, places that you can get in there and put other things. You know, if tending these few fields is not what you're used to because you've been playing something like Pleasant Valley, then yeah, you know, drop a few trees, throw down a brewery and a pub, and don't the river. My goodness, I damn near drowned. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, well, give a big thumbs up to the mod author, and feel free to slam my like button. It really helps out my channel. And shares, favorites, all of that YouTubery stuff is always appreciated. But above all, this has been Species 7 for Farm Sim 15, having a look at the Aragon mini-map, version 1.5. Take care of each other, folks. And ciao for now. You know, if you don't move, somebody's going to start thinking you're not real.